morning, Councillor Myers. Could you please for it?
Good morning, everyone. Council, and will be chairing today's meeting. We have quorum. I'm now calling meeting 27 to order. Welcome, everyone. Today's meeting is being held by video conference and in person at the Scarborough Civic Center in the council chamber. This meeting is also being live streamed online at youtube.com/Toronto City Council. Although we may be meeting in different locations today, City Council meeting on is the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit and the Williams Treaty signed with multiple Mississaugas and Chippewa bands. If you are registered to speak at today's meeting, please listen to me to call your name. I will call speakers in the order they appear on the list. The list of speakers can be viewed online by visiting the Scarborough Community Council page at toronto.ca/council and clicking the speakers box for today's meeting. Members, the city clerk has provided all agenda materials on toronto.ca/council and on CMP, the clerk's meeting portal. Clerk's IT staff are available to members if you need help with your devices. I also want to remind you to please submit and approve your motions by email. Staff are available at sec@toronto.ca to help with motions. Are there any declarations of interest under the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act? Seeing none, we will proceed. May I have a motion to confirm the minutes from our last meeting on October 22nd, 2025? Councillor Candavel. All those in favor? Carried. Thank you. We can now go through the items. Now, I understand that we have new business items. Go through the agenda first. SC 27.1, 6175 to 6183 Kingston Road, 124, 710 and 11 Franklin Avenue, lots 8 and 9, part lot control exemption application decision report approval. This is in Ward 25, Scarborough Rouge Park. Councillor Shan. All in favor? Carried. 6175 to 6183 Kingston Road, 124, 710 and 11 Franklin Avenue, blocks 11 and 12, part lot control exemption application decision report. Councillor Shan.
Yeah, I moved staff recommendation as well.
All in favor of staff recommendations? Carried. SC 27.3, Assumption of Services Registered Plan 66M-2549, 743 Warden Avenue, Zahavish Downtown Developments Limited in Ward 20. Councillor Candavel. Moving staff recommendations. All in favor? Carried. 27.4, 17 Bellehaven Crescent Fence Exemption Report in Ward 20. Councillor Candavel. Okay, moving the floor. All in favor? Carried. 27.5, appointments to the Cedarbrae Markham Management. I believe there is a motion for this item. Moving staff recommendations. Moving staff recommendations. All in favor? Carried. SC 27.6, Metrolinx Scarborough Subway Extension, Q4 2025 update. Wards 2021, 24. Councillors Candavel, Thompson, Myers, and Ainsley. And
I'd like to hold for questions, please.
hold for questions. Councillor Myers. SC 27.7, Broadbent speed humps in 21. Councillor Thompson. Councillor Thompson. goes in. Councillor Thompson? Let's go to the next one until we figure it out. SC 27.8, Guildhall Drive traffic calming speed humps. Again in Ward 21. So let's go to the next one. I know. Let's go to SC 27.10, Holswade Road traffic calming speed humps in Ward 20. Councillor Candeval. Moving staff recommendations, all in favor? Moving staff recs, all in favor? Carried. Councillor Thompson, can you hear me? Sorry, just 1 second. You send them a text? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Mary. SC 27.11, Kilmarnock Avenue, traffic calming speed humps in Ward 20. Councillor Candeval. Moving staff recommendations, all in favor? Carried. SC 27.12, Ellington Drive, accessible loading zone in Ward 21. Councillor Thompson.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. I would move the staff recommendation, and with a great deal of thanks to the staff for their understanding of the need of the family in question. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Thompson. All in favor? Carried. Now, Councillor Thompson, we're going to go back to item SC 27.7, Broadbent Avenue traffic calming speed humps.
Yes.
Would you like to, I guess, are you moving staff
Right.
recommendations?
I know I'm not actually, Mr. Chair, and I apologize. I didn't hear the start of the meeting. The connections was not clear.
Not a problem.
So, no, I'm not. I have a motion that had been forwarded to the clerks
Okay.
that we authorize the installation of the speed hump on Broadbent between Midland Avenue and Chillery.
All in favor of the motion? Carried. SC 27.
Thank you.
SC 27.8, Guildhall Drive traffic calming in Ward 21, Scarborough Center.
Yes, Mr. Chair, and again, thank you. I would move the staff recommendation, again, with a great deal of thanks and appreciation.
All in favor of staff recommendations? Carried. SC 27.9, Joy Drive traffic calming speed humps. Councillor Thompson.
Yes, again, Mr. Chair, thank you. With thanks to the staff, and I move the staff recommendations.
All in favor of staff recommendations? Carried. Now we're going to go back to SC 2713, Northview Avenue accessible parking space in Ward 20. Councillor Candeval. Moving staff recommendations, all in favor? Carried. SC 2714, Tom Wells Crescent parking amendments in Ward 22. Moving staff recommendations, all in favor? Carried. SC 2715, Moreau Trail parking amendments in Ward 20. Councillor Candeval. Moving staff recommendations, all in favor? Carried. SC 2716, Bellamy Road South parking amendments. Moving staff recommendations, all in favor? Carried. SC 2717, 7437 Kingston Road, 7439 Kingston Road designation of fire routes and amendment to Chapter 880 fire routes in Ward 25. Councillor Shan.
Moving staff recommendation.
All in favor of staff recommendations? Carried. SC 2718, 1053 Military Trail, designation of fire routes and amendment to Chapter 880 fire routes in Ward 25. Councillor Shan.
Moving staff recommendation.
Moving
Mr.
staff
Chair.
recommendations, all in favor? Carried. SC 2719, Kingston Road, pay and display parking in Ward 20, Scarborough Southwest. So, okay, so 2719 to 2728. I'll be moving the motion to add them to the agenda. All in favor? Carried. So let's go back now to 2719, Ward 20, Councillor Candeville.
Sorry, with the
19.
19? Yeah, I'd like to do the staff.
Moving staff recommendations. All in favor? Carried. SC 2720, Nightstar Road, request for traffic calming investigation and reporting in Scarborough Rouge Park. Councillor Shan.
Mr. Chair, I have a motion to ask for this report, so just moving the motion to request first.
Yeah. So all in favor of adopting the item? All in favor? Carried. SC 2721, Homestead Avenue, request for pedestrian crossover investigation and reporting in Ward 25. Councillor Shan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sorry, Mr. Chair. The same thing. I'm requesting a report, so I'm moving a motion to ask for this.
So all in favor adopting the item? All in favor? Carried. SC 2722, Rouge River Drive, request for traffic calming investigation and reporting, Ward 25. Councillor Shan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is the last one of the 3 streets asking for a report from the staff on traffic calming.
So all in favor of the of adopting the motion? Carried. SC 2723, placement of a temporary cross guard at the intersection of Kingston Road near St. Theresa Shrine Catholic School in Scarborough Southwest. Councillor Candeville.
Yeah, I'd like to move the motion.
Adopting the motion, all in favor? Carried. SC 2720.24, placement of a temporary cross guard at the intersection of Warden Avenue and Freeman Street in Scarborough Southwest. Councillor Candeville.
Can I just add a comment?
Sure.
Yeah, just, this has been a very sore point in the community. It's a 6-lane highway, Kingston Road. And given the provincial direction to remove ASC, this has proven to be a helpful temporary mitigation.
All in favor of adopting the motion? Carried. SC 27.26, Birchcliff Avenue and Freeman Street. Wait, did I miss one? Sorry, 27.25. Placement of a temporary second crossing guard at the intersection of Kingston Road and McCowan Road, Cathedral Bluffs Drive in Scarborough Southwest. Councillor Candeville.
I'll move the motion. My earlier comments were about this.
Moving the motion. All in favor? Carried. SC 27.26, Birchcliff Avenue and Freeman Street, all-way compulsory stop control. In Councillor Candeville.
I'd like to move the recommendation. The
Moving
motion.
staff recommendation. All in
Motion,
favor?
motion.
Sorry, motion?
Yeah.
Carried. SC 27.27, East Haven Drive, speed limit reduction in Ward 20. Councillor Candeville.
I'd like to move the motion.
Moving the motion. All in favor? Carried. SC 27.28, Sloley Road, speed limit reduction in Ward 20.
I'd like to move the motion.
Moving the motion. All in favor? Carried. And that brings us to the end of the agenda. Now the bills. Oh, sorry. Item 6. Councillor Myers. Questions of staff?
Yes, thank you. Through you, Chair, I'm just wondering if staff could give us an update as to where we are on the tunneling, as we've all seen reports that the machine is currently stuck.
Hi, Councillor. Through the chair, it's Mary Newton, Community Council and Issues Manager for Transportation Services. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like Metrolinx is at this meeting. They have been invited and confirmed their attendance, but I don't see anybody from Metrolinx here, so I can certainly follow up with them and get you those questions with our Transit Expansion Office.
Transit Expansion is here.
Oh, amazing.
Through you, Chair, the tunnel boring machine is not currently stuck. It's at an intervention location, and maintenance is being done on the TBM.
So was the machine stuck in the past? I'm just looking at the global news reports.
Through you, Chair, the TBM was stuck at one point because it encountered unusual soil conditions. Metrolinx moved quickly to provide a mitigating resolution to the issue, and it got the TBM moving again.
Thank you. Has Metrolinx provided an update as to how far they are behind how far behind they are in their schedule for opening?
Through you, Chair, our understanding is the SSC is scheduled to open in 2030.
Okay. Scarborough's Community Council previously had approved permits in order to allow the construction to occur, and these permits also included closing some sidewalks. Does council or does staff think that these permits will have to be extended, and do they have a sense as to how long?
Through you, Chair, all permits are reviewed by Transit Expansion and TS. And if a good reason is provided for why the permits need to be extended, they are extended.
Okay, and will that decision be coming back to Community Council, or will that be made by staff?
Through you, Chair, I believe that the next report will deal with updates to permits.
Okay. One road in particular, or two roads, I should say, the intersection at Shepherd and McCowan is in quite a bad state due to the ongoing construction of the subway. I understand that the staff are reluctant to invest in road remediation just because of the ongoing construction. However, residents have complained, and rightly so, that the state of the road is actually in a dangerous condition just given the size of the potholes and the overall condition of the road. I understand the rationale for not wanting to invest money in a road that's going to be torn up again, but we can't also leave the road in this condition. Is our staff proposing some interim solutions to deal with the condition of the road at Shepherd and McCowan in particular? I don't know about the other areas.
Through you, Chair, I would have to defer to Transportation Services for that question.
Okay. Can someone from Transportation Services answer?
Hi, Councillor. It's Mary Newton again. Through the chair, can you repeat the question for Elena, please?
So there's an intersection at Shepherd and McCowan, which is where the terminus station will be for the Scarborough subway extension. The road is in quite bad condition because the city takes the position that it doesn't want to invest money in a road that's currently being the site is under construction from Metrolinx's construction of the subway. However, the state of the road is quite dangerous now given the size of some of the potholes and the overall condition of the road. So is there any interim solutions being proposed to ensure the safety of the residents when they're using the road, but also recognizing that the construction will be ongoing for a number of years?
Through the chair, the potholes or any other hazards that may be in place, they would be certainly addressed through the city. But I am not aware of if there is a separate review process. I will have to connect with the development review and with the transit expansion unit, and we will get back to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Any other questions?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Councillor Thompson.
Councillor Thompson?
Mr. Chair, because I'm unable to see who is here from Transit Expansion Division, I'm wondering if the Executive Director, Mr. Tiago, is here with us.
Through you, Chair, it's Frank Bonacci, Director of Implementation from Transit Expansion, here on behalf of Derek Toigo.
I apologize, I didn't hear your name. Would you repeat that,
Frank
please?
Bonacci.
Okay, good morning, Frank. Hi. Frank, I wonder if you could help me to understand the position of your department, and specifically, I was hoping the executive director was here, but you're here instead. What is the current situation in terms of the relationship with our transit expansion division and Metrolinx? Are you having challenges with respect to garnering and receiving information? Perhaps you can just give us an overview with respect to that relationship. Because I know the challenge we have as counselors. I'm just wondering whether or not it's smooth sailing for you, and somehow there is a missing link in terms of extracting information that are needed by us.
Through you, Chair, working with Metrolinx is a challenge, but we work very diligently to extract information and provide updates.
So what can be done with respect to, I think your word is a challenge, in terms of ensuring that there's a more smooth flow of information, because obviously we know that doesn't exist at the moment. Is there anything from a political perspective that you think that perhaps could be done, whether or not it's a directions, offer suggestions to councillors, whether or not it's something that perhaps we have to engage the mayor in to be able to get more accurate and perhaps concise information from Metrolinx?
Through you, Chair, I don't believe political intervention is required at this time.
So you're satisfied then with respect to the relationship that for Metrolinx, right?
Through you, Chair, we currently are satisfied with our
Okay,
relationship.
so then earlier you said it was challenging. What did you mean by that vis-a-vis now you're saying that you're satisfied? So which is it? Are you challenged or are you satisfied? Because I'm confused now.
Through you, Chair, just to clarify, getting information in a sequential manner is always challenging, but our office works diligently to try to get that information so that we can keep everybody updated.
Then can I ask, why do we have to wait till the third quarter of 2026 in order to get an additional update? Why could we not have more frequent updates?
Through you, Chair, I believe Metrolinx provides regular updates to all the councillors. If you're not receiving the information that you desire, we can work with them to provide you with additional information on a regular basis.
I'm sorry?
We can work with Metrolinx to provide you additional information on a regular basis if you're not satisfied with the current level of information being received.
Right. Can you help me to understand, in terms of notification, when alterations and changes to roadways that have an impact to the users, both pedestrians and drivers, and I'm specifically looking at the area of McCowan and Lawrence, it doesn't appear that there is overall information is being provided to the general vicinity. I'm just wondering, what is the opportunity, or how do we go about getting Metrolinx and or the Transit Expansion Division to provide better information to the public in that area specifically?
Through you, Chair, so transportation services and TE work very diligently to minimize impacts to the public and the local traffic in the area. Metrolinx's responsibility is to share that information with the community. Our responsibility is to ensure that the impacts are minimized.
So the people who are having parking on the west side of McCowan because of the road alteration and the work that's being done, and they brought it to the attention of Transit Expansion, and they've indicated they brought it to the attention of the city, but there have been limited response to assist them with respect to clarity of information, the inability to park in their own driveway in some instances because of blockage of the road work that's going on. Who do they report to? Who do they talk to? Does just a local councillor who then reports it, and Metrolinx and or Transit Expansion says, well, we provide information that's sufficient? I mean, is that their response? Is that the clarity that we need to provide to the public?
Through you, Chair, Transportation Services, TE, field those complaints or inquiries. We work with Metrolinx to follow through on any mitigation that they can provide.
All right. Thank you very much, Frank. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councillor Thompson. Councillor Kendall.
Thank you, Chair. It's my understanding that Metrolinx was invited to this meeting. Can staff confirm?
Through you, Chair, I'm not aware that Metrolinx was invited to this meeting.
This is an update from Metrolinx, correct?
Through you, Chair, this is an update from Transit Expansion.
Sorry, but it's in relation to the project under the jurisdiction of Metrolinx, right?
Through you, Chair, that is correct.
Do we not invite them for Scarborough Community Council meetings that have to do with their project?
Through you, Chair, I'm not aware of Metrolinx attending these meetings unless specifically asked.
Yeah, so the question remains, did we specifically ask Metrolinx to attend this meeting?
Through you, Chair, I'm not aware that Metrolinx was asked to invited to this meeting.
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding. Is it not our responsibility to invite them to these meetings to provide information that they would be responsible for?
Through you, Chair, this is a report by Transit Expansion. There was no request to invite Metrolinx to this forum.
Okay, because I know in the past when this has transpired, when we were expecting Metrolinx to be present and they weren't, the direction from my recollection was that invitations are sent to Metrolinx to attend.
Through you, Chair, I'm not aware that Metrolinx again was invited to this meeting.
Okay. How would you characterize the engagement with the broad Scarborough community on this issue, on the extension, the Scarborough subway extension by Metrolinx?
Through you, Chair, there are several avenues for community engagement. There are CLCs, which currently are not happening because of poor attendance. There's also information provided on their website as part of regular updates. Metrolinx also provides flyers and community engagement through those type of
Okay.
avenues.
So going forward, and as the intensity and the depth of the work continues, does staff need direction from us to invite Metrolinx? Like, I'm trying to solve that question as to why they're not here.
Through you, Chair, I would have to take that away and provide you with additional information on
I'm not following. You need to take that away, meaning?
I need to take that back to my executive director to have a discussion with him.
Okay, but if we give direction, then staff would have to extend the invitation to Metrolinx, correct?
I believe that would be the case.
Okay. From other projects under Metrolinx throughout the city, do they participate in community council updates?
I'm not aware of through you, Chair, I'm not aware of Metrolinx being at community council unless specifically asked to address an issue.
Okay. Is staff opinion that it would help councillors and the community understand these massive projects better if their presence is here to answer questions directly?
Through you, Councillor, I believe there are other venues that would deal with better sharing of information.
Right, but time is limited. Here's an avenue. You have the 5 or 6 councillors and you have staff from Transit Expansion. You have community invited. Would it not make sense from a governance perspective and a public interest perspective that Metrolinx is here?
Perhaps I could defer to Transportation Services. I see they're raising their hand, but through you, Chair, I believe we can look at this issue and address it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I only have one question. Just for a temporary measure, would metal plates be able to be added to the location of McCowan and Shepherd until the potholes are fixed?
I would have to, through you, Chair,
Yeah.
I would have to defer to Transportation Services to address that question.
I'm sorry, Chair, can you repeat the question for me, please?
Mary, the question is, can we add those large metal plates onto the road at the location of McCowan and Shepherd until the potholes are fixed?
Thank you for the question, Chair. I can certainly flag that with operations and maintenance and our CDDI unit to see if there's anything that can be done in the meantime while the construction's taking place to ensure that the road is safe and passable.
Thank you, Mary.
Sorry, can I clarify a previous question, Chair?
Yeah, Frank?
We have invited Metrolinx and they have chosen not to attend.
Okay. Thank you. You have a motion?
Yes, it's being wrapped up and I'm sure will be presented, but the spirit of the motion is to provide direction from Scarborough Community Council to Metrolinx to attend in person any updates in relation to the Scarborough subway extension and to formally request a public meeting to address the growing number of issues and concerns residents across 6 wards have in relation to 2 tremendous, important transit expansion projects, namely, obviously, the Scarborough subway extension and the Eglinton Crosstown.
All in favor of the motion? Carried. And that is,
Mr. Chair.
yes, Councillor Thompson.
That's a problem. Perhaps I'm having a problem with my system, and I didn't hear you ask for speakers. I did hear Councillor Campbell speak and
Yes.
move a motion. I hope that wasn't the finality of it. I would like to have an
No.
opportunity to speak.
Councillor Thompson, you have 5 minutes to speak.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, I'm very supportive of the work that Metrolinx is actually doing. And while this is a report that we're dealing with from Transit Expansion, and I get the explanation that the staff has actually provided to us, and part of the challenge is the frustration for us as councillors, because often people will come to us directly. I had a meeting just this week with 2 of my larger community associations. There were almost 100 people in attendance, and some of the questions they ask about matters and relating to Metrolinx, it's always challenging to answer, provide them with a satisfactory response, because we don't govern Metrolinx, and Metrolinx, in fact, has great authority and power to move things along, to make things work. And in many cases, we know that there's complaint that it's not working well. I think a little bit of history is really important, and that is we've had numerous provincial agencies and so on that have actually come into play in order to create better opportunities and utility to develop and move transit along. And that has been marred to a large extent with respect to certain demands from the general public, as well as just the political challenges that has caused many of those entities not to work well. I must say that based on my experience at this time, Metrolinx is actually one of the, I would say, bright lights, believe it or not, in terms of this process of having agencies looking at advancing and developing transit in this city. And of course, Metrolinx is provincial-wide, it's a provincial agency. And so I think obviously we tend to shoot a lot of arrows at Metrolinx because we are frustrated with respect to the responses and some of the queries that we have. But I will say that part of the rationale and part of the efforts of Metrolinx is trying to build and get transit actually moving and not be bogged down with respect to complaints and challenges and so on. Notwithstanding that fact, however, it's really important for communications and conversations to take place and for Metrolinx to understand that we're all in this together. So it is not a matter of us against Metrolinx, and I wanted to make that really clear. I've had some really good working relationship and responses to many questions from Metrolinx and the meetings that we've had with Metrolinx staffs and the updates and so on and so forth. It just seems sometimes they're a little bit distant in their gaps with respect to the information. And sometimes it's challenging in terms of who to talk to specifically and so on. I think there's also some confusion with respect to our transit expansion team and Metrolinx and that sort of connection and that linkage. And so it creates some challenges and some difficulties and so on. So while we are, concerned and have some issues with respect to what appears to be either lack of or the delayed response from Metrolinx, I do think that we have to recognize that they have a really tough job as well, because they have to build transit. They've got their directive from obviously the premier, the transportation minister, and so on, and people want things to happen. And clearly we know that there are many delays and so on. And I don't have to point to the crosstown or any of the other systems that have been challenged with respect to the work that Metrolinx is doing, because it's very difficult. And I think we have to appreciate that while we may want to offer castigation of this particular entity and so on, I think we should create a sense of balance of understanding as well. And so I think it's important for them to come to talk with us as we have information coming forward and questions that we may have for them. But I also caution us in terms of our express frustration in a manner which does not actually dignify the process of the work that Metrolinx is actually doing, because I believe that they're actually doing great work. I have been informed about the challenges that they're having with the tunnel boring machine. Why? Because I went about trying to get the information. It was difficult, and that's part of the point that I'm trying to make, that in as much as Metrolinx often seem to be challenged in providing us with information for whatever reasons, I don't know whether or not they've been asked not to communicate or a directive that have come down. I don't know, but it just seems very challenging. And so it creates frustrations at time. But I will say, of all the agencies over the years that have actually been put in place to build transit, this organization, this entity of Metrolinx, has actually been the best so far, in spite of all the warts and the challenges that we're dealing with. So I support the work that's being done, but the challenges, I think we can do better, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Thompson. Any other speakers? Councillor Shan, Councillor Myers? Seeing none. Can we just put up the motion again from Councillor Candeville? All in favor of the motion? Carried. So receiving the report? No? I've amended. Okay. So since we are finished the agenda, Nancy, would you like to put up the bills? Councillor Candeville?
That bills 1384 to 1389, prepared for the November 27th, 2025 meeting 27 of the Scarborough Community Council, be declared as bylaws and passed subject to section 226.9 of the City of Toronto Act 2006.
All in favor? Carried. Motion to adjourn? One more. The confirmatory bills. Councillor Shan.
Thank you. I move that confirmatory bills to confirm the legislative proceedings of the Scarborough Community Council acting under delegated authority at meeting 27 on November 27, 2025 be declared as bylaws and passed subject to section 226.9 of the City of Toronto Act 2006.
All in favor? Carried. Motion to adjourn? Carried. Thank you, everyone.